ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साधुवैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवै गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So this is Mangalacharan. Wherever we begin something, we chant this for auspiciousness and then we pray to their lordships that whatever we are about to begin now, that should be successful. Okay. So with that, let's begin the 13th chapter. In the Padma Puran, Lord Shiv, he is reciting the glorification of each chapter of Bhagavad-gītā to Mother Parvati. So Lord Shiv, he is the original or the first speaker of most of the Shastra, like Ramayana, he has spoken, Srimad Bhagavatam, he has spoken, the Mahatma, the glories of Bhagavad-gītā, he has spoken to Mother Parvati. So today every chapter has Mahatma. In the previous batch, this is the second batch. In the first batch, we have all covered most of the Mahatma. And in the second batch also we have covered few. But today we will cover the things that we have not taken in the first. So this begins, there is a river in the southern part of India called Tungabhadra. And on the banks of Tungabhadra, there was a village by the name Harihar Kshetra. In Harihar Kshetra, there was a Brahman by the name Hari Dikshit. He was a very pious Brahman, and he had a wife who was very bad to him. She would never speak pleasantly to him. She would never respect her husband, and she was very ill-behaved, and she was very ill-mannered. So everyone in the village would call her Durachar. Durachar means someone who is not very well behaved. Now, what happened was this particular lady, she was never with her husband. She would always have illicit relationship with other men. And to facilitate that, she actually made a cottage amidst jungle, inside forest, in the middle of forest, so that she could not have any issues with the surroundings. She made one cottage, and there she used to be with different men every day. One day, she could not find any men, and she was so much agitated that she started crying loudly because she couldn't get any men to be with. And when she was crying loudly, it was almost evening, and there was a lion who heard the cry, and the lion, it came to eat this lady. So this particular story is from Padma Puran, and it is of a different era. So at that time, the lady, she started speaking to the lion, and she said, "Are you going to kill me? Who are you?" And the lion then started narrating his past life, that of course I'm going to kill you and I'm going to eat you. And the reason I'm going to eat you is, in my past life, I used to be a Brahman. But I was not a loyal, a faithful Brahman. I used to cheat others with my Brahmanical qualifications, and I used to eat anything that was given to me despite of knowing whether it's offered or not. And as a result, once what happened was, I was going to beg for alms because he was a Brahman. I was begging alms, and I went to inside the house of some bad Brahmanas, and they released their dogs upon me. The dog bit me and I was dead. And as a result, I got birth as the lion in my present life. And the reason and I also got a curse that I will be only eating the people who are very sinful. I won't be eating the good people. It is because in my previous life, I used to cheat people as a Brahman, take more than I deserve. The money, if it was 100 rupees, I would quote them 500, 1000. If it was 50 euros, I would take 200 euros from them. And I would eat anywhere without offering. So that is why I got this curse that I will be eating someone who is very bad mannered. And you are such lady. So then he ate that lady. Once the lady was dead, she goes to different kind of hellish life. So she goes to hell. It is said for millions and millions of kalpa. She had to bear those kind of pain. And then finally, she again got a life as a lady. And still, after getting so much of pain and after so much of torture, still she was a sinful lady. And she continued the same thing she used to do in her previous life as a woman. But this time what happened was that once she came across one of the place where they were worshipping Mother Parvati. So she came there and there she saw that there is one sage, a sadhu by the name Vasudev, who used to read the 13th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā every single day. So she came and she would sit there and hear the 13th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā every single day. And as a result, what happened was that she got liberated, and then in the same life, she went back to Vaikuntha Lok. So who is reciting this story? Lord Shiv to his wife Mother Parvati. And he's saying the glories of the 13th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā is that even if someone has been millions of years in hellish planet, and even after that they have not been rectified, still they have the sinful tendencies, and they recite the 13th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā every single day of their life, in the very same lifetime, they will get liberated of all their sinful activities, and they will get rid of, and they will get liberated, and they will go back to Vaikuntha planet. So this is the glories. With that, I have shared one of the diagram. So first, let's see what is the discussion between Arjun and Shri Krishna. So I will share my screen. Let me know once you see my screen, and then we will take the help of that diagram to understand, because this is a very technical chapter, as I've told before. And we can understand this when we read the second, the third, and the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Then we will be able to understand it very clearly. But today, in a very summarized concept form, I am going to try to explain to you. So 13.1 and 2, the two verses. Arjun uvacha prakritim purusham chaiva shetram shetramaghyavacha etadveditumicchami jnanam gyeyam cha keshava. Shri Bhagavan uvacha Etam shariram kaunteya kshetramityabhidiyate etadyo vetim tam prahu kshetragya iti tadvidah. Translation. Arjun said, "Oh my dear Krishna, I wish to know about Prakriti, nature, Purush, the enjoyer, and the field and the knower of the field, and of knowledge, and the object of knowledge." So these are the 6 questions that Arjun asked to Lord Krishna. What are the 6 things he asked? I wish to know about Prakriti, nature or Maya, first thing. Second, he said, Purush, the enjoyer. Third, the field, that is called Kshetra. Fourth, the knower of the field, called Kshetragya. Fifth, knowledge. And sixth, object of knowledge. I want to know these 6 things. Can you please explain them to me? So the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, this body, O son of Kunti, is called the field, And one who knows this body is called the knower of the field. Now he is starting to give the answer. The whole answer would be given in the 13th chapter of these 6 questions, 6 points. Now it is not in sequence. The sequence in which Arjun asked, Krishna did not reply in that sequence. He is just giving the answer. So he has given the first answer saying that this body, our body, is called the field, and who knows this body is called the knower of the field. Now let's come to the diagram. If we understand this diagram, it is going to be very, very easy for us. So can you all see the diagram? Can you see the diagram now?
Ji, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, fine. So this is in Hindi. I'll try to convert this or explain to you in English so that everyone can understand.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, thoda zoom kar.
I will. Yeah, definitely, Mataji, I'll do that. Don't worry. So we have covered most of it in the first Srimad Bhagavatam class, in the first Chaitanya Charitamrita class, and many classes. And in the coming Sunday, on Sunday feast lecture that I'm about to give, we'll again cover all these things, but that would be specific to Lord Shiv. How Lord Shiv fits in all this creation. But for now, just understand from Brahma Samhita that Lord Brahma says, Sarva Karane Karanam for Lord Krishna. So everything is coming from Lord Krishna. Now the thing that we are about to discuss or understand today, this is the secondary creation. The primary creation has already been done in the spiritual world called Vaikuntha planet by Lord Krishna. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. So he is the cause of all the causes, and he has created everything originally in the Vaikuntha planet. And then the thing that we will discuss today, our world, our universe, is the secondary creation called the material universe. Now, first we have to understand Maya, Srishti Tattva, that is Maya Tattva. There are 3 things. Remember, if you are taking notes, you can take the notes. Maya Srishti, Agyan, and Gyan. These are the 3 aspects of Maya, nature, or Prakriti. These 3 things are the same things. Now let me zoom this. Maya Srishti. So we have numbering, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. We will go number wise. Maya Srishti consists of the first thing that is called Mahat Tattva. Now before Mahat Tattva, there is a concept of Pradhan that I have told you repeatedly. If you can unmute yourself, anyone who knows what Pradhan is, please let me know. Does anyone here know what Pradhan is?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, what is
Pradhan
it?
is that when all the modes are equal.
Very good.
Equilibrium.
Yes. So there are 3 modes of nature: mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. Rajogun, Satogun, and Tamogun. When these 3 things are in equilibrium, then that state of Maya is called as Pradhan, meaning it is inactive state. Nothing is happening. For instance, there are only 3 colors. What are those? Red, blue, and green. Am I right? There are only 3 colors. And the combination of these 3 colors produces all the other color. And when these 3 colors are in equal proportion, it gives white color. So similarly, when these 3 modes are equilibrium, then it is nothing. It's inactive. Pradhan state, that is the Pradhan state. Now, when the creation process takes place, so Mahavishnu, he glances over Pradhan. Pradhan is Prakriti or Maya Devi in inactive state. So Mahavishnu, he glances over Maya Devi, and through that glance, all of us, the Jiva Tattva and Kal Tattva. Kal means time. With us, all our karma and our swabhav, our nature and our past action points, everything comes from one of the eyes of Mahavishnu, and from the second eye comes the Kal. It hits the Pradhan. The Pradhan gets activated now. The Pradhan gets activated, and the Jeev, Kal, our karma, our swabhav, these are all the ingredients. This is called Mahat Tattva. So Maya Srishti, the next is first point called Mahat Tattva. Vikar means changes. When Mahavishnu sees Pradhan, there is transformation, there is a change, and Pradhan gets impregnated. And with that, what is activated is Ahankar Tattva. Ahankar means ego. Ego Tattva is activated. And that Ahankar, it takes shape in three forms. First one is, so you see the third point is Tamas, Tamasic Ahankar. Then we have Taijas called Rajasic Ahankar. And then we have Vaikarik called Sattvic Ahankar. So again we'll go Maya Devi, Maya Srishti. First, it's in the Pradhan form. Nothing is happening. Mahavishnu glances. From Mahavishnu's eyes, we all come into being. We hit Mother Durga. She becomes impregnated. Then that is called Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva transforms into Ahankar Tattva. And Ahankar Tattva is Tamas Ahankar, Rajasic Ahankar, and Sattvic Ahankar. Now let's try to understand this Tamas Ahankar. This is very important. This is how this universe is created now. So this Tamas Ahankar is made of two things. First is Panch Tanmatra, and the second is Panch Mahabhut. Okay? In the Panch Tanmatra, the first thing that comes is Shabda. Shabda means sound. Now sound is the very first thing in this entire material.
Sorry, Prabhuji, sorry to stop you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, could you please go up a little bit?
Where?
What is that Srushti Tattva? That is, Srushti Tattva, what is that?
What?
This is Srushti. The Srushti Tattva means?
Srishti is creation. Tattva means process. So we are understanding Srishti Tattva, right?
Yeah, Maya Srushti that I wrote like this is Prakriti. But this is Vishnu. We can say like Srishti Tattva is Vishnu.
No, Mataji. How? Srishti means Maya. It's
then
not
what
Vishnu.
Is difference between Maya, this Maya Srishti, and that Srishti Tattva?
Which? I'm not getting your question. So see, this is Srishti. Whatever we are understanding now is all part of Srishti Tattva. Srishti Tattva has two things that we need to understand. A is Maya Srishti, and second is Vairaj Srishti, that is done by Lord Brahma. Now what we are about to understand, or what we are understanding, is that is done by Mother Durga with the help of Lord Vishnu. That is Maya Srishti. We'll take the question at the end, Mataji. You just make notes, then we will come back to it, okay? Because it is going to be too much technical. So, Srishti Tattva has been divided into two portions. The first is Maya Srishti, that we will discuss first now. And the second is Vairaj Srishti, done by Lord Brahma. So, understand it this way. Maya Srishti means all the ingredient. We have to build a house, okay? To build a house, we need cement, we need bricks, we need many things. There will be ceiling, there will be rod, there will be A, B, C, X, Y, Z, many things. That is all Maya Srishti. Okay? Now what Lord Brahma will do is, he will take all those ingredients that we are about to study now, and he will give a akar, a structure, that this is how the roof is going to look. This is how the first bedroom will look like. This is how the kitchen would look like. This is how the hall will look like. So that will be Vairaj Srishti, that will be done by Lord Brahma. So let's come to that later. But first, Maya Srishti, that is Pradhan, Mother Durga. Then there is Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva means we all enter this material universe. From the spiritual sky, we enter this material sky. And then there is an activation of this material world. It gets transformed into Ahankar, ego. Because of ego, we are all activated. Then ego is further bifurcated into three. Tamasic ego, that is tamas, rajasic ego, tejas, and sattvic ahankar, that is vaikaric. Now let's come to pancha tanmatra. The first thing in this universe is sound. Everything begins with sound. Lord Brahma first heard the sound. From whom? From Lord Krishna. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye. The first shlok of Srimad Bhagavad-gītā tells this thing to us. He heard the Chatushloki Bhagavatam from Lord Krishna through sound vibration. And then he started creating this entire universe. The Shabd is adjacent to Akash. What is Akash? Sky. Then this Shabd, further it creates Akash, sky. Then comes next, that is Sparsh. So you just draw a mental arrow from Shabd to Akash, from Sparsh to Vayu, from Roop to Agni, from Ras to Jal, and from Gandh to Prithvi. Then you will be able to understand this. So Shabd to Akash. Then comes Sparsh. Sparsh means touch. Then comes Vayu. Vayu is oxygen. Then comes Roop. Roop means form. And then from it comes Agni. Agni means fire. Then we have Ras. Then Ras corresponds to Jal. What is Jal? Jal means water. Then there is Gandh. Gandh means fragrance. And then comes Prithvi. What is Prithvi? Soil. That is Prithvi. So we have to understand that soil, Prithvi, it contains everything in the left column. It contains Gandh, that is fragrance. It contains Ras. It contains form. It contains touch. And it contains Shabd, that is words, sound. Then Jal, above it, it only contains the four things, that is Ras, Roop, Sparsh, and Shabd. Then Agni only contains three things, that is Roop, Sparsh, Shabd. Vayu only contains two things, Sparsh, Shabd. And Akash only contains Shabd. So this is Panchan Matra and Panch Mahabhut. We will have to, if you don't understand Hindi, because I know if you cannot read Hindi, I will again explain everything on a whiteboard in the temple when the whiteboard becomes available to us. So we will redo this, but for us, for now, just try to understand this. So this is the Tamasic Ahankar. What is that? The Panchan Matra and the Panch Mahabhut. Now let's go to Tejas, that is Rajasic Ahankar. So it produces Jnanendriya and Karmendriya. The Jnanendriya are five things. Eyes, that is Chakshu. Ear, that is Karn. Nose, that is Nasika. Jivva, that is tongue. And Tvacha, that is skin. Okay. And these five things corresponds to the five Karmendriyas. Through our eyes, we see, walk. Through our ears, we hear. Through our Nasika, so that is the five things. Vak, Pani, Pad, Payu, and Upas. These are different things. Vak, Pani, Pad, Payu, Upast means these are our hand, these are our leg, these are our genital, anus, and these are the five Karmendriya through which we do our karma. Okay. So Vak is our hot, our lips. Then Pani is our hand, Pad is our legs, Payu is genital, and Upastha is anus. These are the five Karmendriyas. Okay. And then there is Vaikarik, Sattvic Ahankar, the fifth point. So we have covered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth is Man and Indriya and their Devata. Now what does that mean? It means that we have 10 senses. We just saw 5 senses are eye, ear, nose, then we have tongue and skin. These are the 5 Jnanendriya, and then the 5 Karmendriya. Our lips, our hand, our legs, our genital, and the anus. So these are the 10 Indriyas and then Man. So all these 11 has its own personalized demigod, Devata. that is also created here. So all these ingredients are created when the Pradhan is activated. Okay? So again, I'll just revise everything. Initially, there is nothing. It's in the Pradhan state. Lord Vishnu, he glances. When he glances, all of us enter this material world. We enter inside the womb of Mother Durga. That is why she is called Durga. Durga means fort. It's like a jail. We are all inside now, caged in this material world, in this fort, in this Durg. That is why she is called Durga, who is taking care as a mother of all of us. Then what happens is, because of all these things, that particular Pradhan then is activated, and that the things that activate her is called Mahattattva. And what is it that is activated? The first thing that is activated is Ahankar, ego. And that Ahankar, it then further generates into 3 different categories: Tamasic, Rajasic, Sattvic. In the Tamasic, 10 things are generated. What are those 10 things? Shabd, Sparsh, Roop, Ras, Gandh, and Akash, Vayu, Agni, Jal, and Prithvi. Panch Mahabhut and Panchan Matra. Then from the Rajasic Vikar, there are again 10 things generated. Chakshu, Karna, Nasika, Jiva, Tvacha, Vak, Pani, Pad, Payu, Upas. These total is 20. Okay, 5, 20. And now there is Vaikaric, that is Sattvic Ahankar, that gives rise to Man, that is our mind. Our mind is created here. And then all the demigods of the senses. So we have 10 senses, and the 11th is Man. Who controls our mind? Moonadev, Lord Moon, Somadev. He is the controller of our mind. Who controls our eyes? Nimi. There is a demigod by the name Nimi. Who controls the fire within us? So Lord Agni, Suryadev, he controls. So there are 11 devatas that are controlling each of the 11 senses that are also created over here. Now here if you see, Sharir mein 26 dhatu. You see in the rightmost part over here, in the down rightmost part. So this is exactly what has been explained in the 13th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. If we understand it here, it's very easier for us to understand when we are reading the 13th chapter. So we have total of 26 elements that maintains or that creates this universe. What are those 26 elements? The 20 is Sthula Sharir. Sthula Sharir is something that we can comprehend, we can see, we can touch. What are those 20 things that we just covered here? Panchamatra, 5 things. Panchamahabhut, 5 things. Jnanendriya, 5. And Karmendriya, 5. Total constitute of 20. Okay. Then we have, so this is us actually. This is how we are made. So pay attention. 20 Sthula Sharir. That's the gross body. Then there is 4 Sukshma body. Sukshma means that is subtle, that you cannot see. What are these 4 things? That is Man, our mind, we cannot see. Buddhi. Buddhi means our intelligence, that cannot be seen. Ahankar. Ahankar means our ego, false ego. And Chitta means consciousness. These are the 4 things that cannot be seen. And then the third body that we have is called spiritual body, Chitta Sharir. That is soul, the real us, and super soul. That is Lord Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. One form of Vishnu, that is the expansion of the expansion of the expansion of Lord Krishna. So these are the 26 things, 26 elements using which this universe is created. Okay. Now let's try to understand the other aspects of Maya. So this was the aspect of Maya that was all ingredient. This is masala, ingredient now. Like you have to prepare sabzi. Let's say you have to prepare potato and cauliflower and pea sabzi. So you will need many things. You will need a pot. You will need gas. You will need oil. You will need all the spices. You will need potato, you will need peas, you will need cauliflower, you will need tomato, you will need curry patta, you will need so many things, right? So whatever we have covered until now, these are all those ingredients. Now the sixth point here you see is Agyan. What is Agyan? Agyan means that Maya Devi makes us forget who we really are. Our real identity is Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. We are all the eternal part and parcel of Krishna, and we eternally serve Krishna. But Maya Devi, through her Agyan component, makes us forget that. So this is the sixth point. Okay. Now let's come here. So this part that we have covered until now is all Maya Srishti. That is done by Durga Devi, Maya Devi. Okay. Now when people say that Maya means nothing, so that actually is the Agyan form. So it does not mean that it is not real. No, everything is real. We can see the eyes, we can touch, we can smell things. It is all real. This is not a dream that we are going through. I'm speaking to you, you are hearing me. This is not a dream state. This is actually happening. I am speaking, you are hearing, you may be sitting, you may be eating, you may be walking, whatever it is happening. It's not false. It is true. But what is false is the Agyan Tattva, the Agyan component. Agyan means that she makes us believe what we are not. We are not this body. But Maya Devi, she makes us believe that we are this body. This is how I look. This is not exactly how I look. I am in the soul form, you are in the soul form. But she makes us believe. That is why the definition is Maya, that which is not. But never get confused that it means there is nothing. No, everything is still here. So this is the Maya Srishti. Now let's go to the Vairaj Srishti that is created by Brahmaji. So now there are four things, 7, 8, 9 and 10. The seventh is Sthavar. Sthavar means things that Lord Brahma has created which cannot move, like Vriksh, trees, Parvat, mountains. So what he has done is, he has taken all the ingredients from here. Okay? He has taken all the ingredients from here and then he has created this Thavar. Now the next thing that he has created is Tiryak. Tiryak is Keet, Patang, Pashu, Pakshi, meaning one step above that. These are the lower species of life. They can move, they can fly, but still they are the lower species. Their consciousness is not as developed. So these are the insects, they are the four-legged animals, they are the birds and all those, reptiles, snakes and everything. These are called Tiryak. Then he created all of us, Manushya. So again, understand, he has taken all these things from here that Maya Devi has created, and he has then just taken those ingredients and given it an akar. Akar means shape. Like the laborer, they have taken cement, they have taken the bricks and everything, and then architect or whoever the builder of the house is, they will say, okay, fine. This is how the 4-bedroom apartment will be built. This is the shape. This is how 3-bedroom apartment. This is how 1 bedroom. This is how 2 bedroom. So this is exactly what Brahmaji has done. All the things was already present over there. He just took it, assembled it, and given it a shape. And this is how then we look. But how he has done that? So remember in the beginning I told you, we were all inside the body of Mahavishnu. And through the body of Mahavishnu, what all entered this material world? So it was us, like in the soul form. Then we had our own nature. Nature means the desires that we had. And the second thing is our karma. So our karma, our desire, that led to the shape that we are taking today. For instance, I look a certain way. Someone might look a certain way. Someone would be very fair skinned. Someone would be yellowish when they look. Someone would be pinkish. Someone would be a male. Someone would be a female. Someone would be very dark skinned. Someone is a dog. Someone is a cat. Why? How? So why did Lord Brahma do this? He actually took the karma and he took our swabhav. our desires. And then just understand, if you are a coder, he put everything, if else then, inside a computer. And then he hit the enter button. And then the result came. Okay, this person would become a cow. Okay, so then you become a cow. Then again, next person come. Okay, this was the desire, this was the karma point, hit enter, this person will become a blue whale. You become a blue whale. Third come in the line. And this is how he gave us all a car shape, and then we came into being. So Lord Brahma, what he has done is the secondary creation. The primary already done in Vaikuntha planet by Lord Krishna. He sent all the ingredients, and then Mother Durga, through the medium of Mother Durga, that is why she is the Mother Jagadamba. Because via her channel we have all entered this material world. She is the mother of this material world. And then Lord Brahma used everything, and he created, and he has given us all the shape. And then he also created the Devata. All the powerful demigods that we see today, everything has been created by Lord Brahma. Okay. So again, understand this, because if we don't understand this part, we won't be able to understand the 13th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā, because the 13th chapter is all about these 26 elements. What are those again? I'll repeat. 20, Sthula Sharir. That is the gross body that we can feel, that we can see, that we can touch. 4, Sukshma, that is subtle, that we cannot see, that is our mind, intelligence, false ego, consciousness. And then the real us, that is spiritual body, that is Atma and Paramatma, soul and super soul. Now you can ask any question you have. Shyama Sakhi Mataji, so what was your question now?
Prabhuji, my question still I'm not clear between like Maya Srushti and Srushti Tattva. That two things are not clear.
Okay, fine. I'll understand. I'll explain again. Srishti means creation. Okay? Srishti means creation. Now there are 3 different creations. The first creation is the primary creation that has been done in Vaikuntha planet. Okay? That is the first creation. The soul and all the ingredients that we see, that is earth, air, water, fire, ether. This is already created in the spiritual world by Lord Krishna. Is this much clear, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Now let's come to the second creation, secondary creation. Secondary creation is the creation done by Maya Devi. Okay. So what Maya Devi is doing, she is assembling all the ingredients. So before we make a vegetable, before we make bhaji, first we make the masala, isn't it? That is called Maya Srishti, making that masala, assembling all the ingredients. That is Maya Srishti. Is that clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. And the third one is the Srishti done by Lord Brahma. What is Lord Brahma doing? He is making the vegetable. He is taking that masala. In that masala, he is putting aloo, that is potato. He is putting gobi, that is cauliflower, and he is making aloo gobi ki sabji.
This one I understood, Prabhuji. But
okay.
This one.
So is that clear now?
But again, my question is like you said under Srushti Tattva, like all the Panchamahabhuta are coming. Then how they are listed under here? Like Tamsik, Ahankar.
Because that is the medium via which they are entering this material world. For instance, all of us are spirit soul, right? From Bhagavad-gītā, we got to know we are all spirit soul. But still, how do you say that someone is African, someone is Australian, someone is Indian, someone is Pakistani? Why? Because they are born in certain families. Isn't it? I am born in India, that's why I'm Indian. Someone is born in Ireland, they will be Irish, someone Italian, someone XYZ. So similarly, Mataji, all these things are coming to this material world via the channel of Durga Devi through Mahavishnu. So actually the channel is Mahavishnu, Through Mahavishnu, we are entering, but we are entering inside this material world that Prakriti, nature, is Maya Devi or Durga Devi. Is that better now?
Yes, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji, this one, the second Agyan, this is what this Agyan does here?
Yeah, okay. So actually there are three things. There is one thing that's missing here. There are three aspects of Maya Srishti. So there is one Maya Srishti that we just saw, the left part, okay? Mahat Tattva, Ahankar Tattva, everything. The second is Agyan and the third is Gyan. So Agyan means she makes us forget who we really are.
Okay.
That is Agyan. Okay? And Gyan or Vidya, the thing that is not mentioned here, that means we believe that we are this body. That is called Vidya or Gyan. Okay? But that is material. That is bondage. Gyan in bondage, not the truth, the real Gyan.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, Prabhuji, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? Because if we don't understand this, it is going to be, this is very simple. If you think this is difficult, then good luck understanding Srimad Bhagavatam.
Prabhu, I have a question.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhu, you said that all ingredients have a deity, right? Demigod.
Yeah, no, not ingredients. All the senses, the 11 working senses, they have their controller, the deities.
Yes, Prabhu. Prabhu, and in Canto 3, I had heard that these deities make a prayer to Mahavishnu, and then Mahavishnu's cohesive energy mixes up the ingredients.
That is true. Yes.
So I was confused that if Brahma is the first created being, how these deities are coming first? If Brahma creates all demigods.
So you know the wonderful part. Lord Brahma is also one of these 11.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay, so you know how to understand that, and this is very good question, very interesting. There are two Brahmas, Prabhu. Okay, there are two Brahmas. One is Jiva Brahma, that is here, and the second one is the Supreme Personality of Godhead Brahma. Okay, so until today, we knew that there is only one Brahma. There is not one Brahma. There are two Brahmas. Okay with this, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, thanks.
Yeah. But because it will be very confusing, that is why this is only spoken when you are actually trying to understand these things. For instance, Lord Ganesh is not someone ordinary. Lord Ganesh comes from Vaikuntha planet. He is a Vaikunthavasi. Similarly, there are several, these 11, the demigods that we're speaking about, these are not ordinary demigods. They are all coming from the Vaikuntha planets. So once you dive deeper into Srimad Bhagavatam, you will be able to understand these concepts. Okay.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Prabhuji, the three ahankar which are mentioned as tamasic, rajasic, sattvic, these three are the specific gun also that we see. So what is the specific reason that they have been classified accordingly?
Okay, so the thing that enters, so actually the reason we wouldn't be knowing, because this is how it has already been classified, like the sequence and everything that has been decided by Lord Krishna, that this is how it's gonna enter. And if you have to know, then it will be very, very, very deep to understand, then we can do that in Srimad Bhagavatam. But for now, we can only know that this sequence has already been decided, and then as part of the sequence, this is what it is.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. We will study. Your question we are actually going to study, but that will be very high. It's like a PhD level thing, and we'll have to go very, very deep. So we'll have to use board and everything to understand these things. That why it is first Ahankar. Through Ahankar only, everything is being driven in this material world. Because in the spiritual world, I will just give you a basic glimpse. In the spiritual world, there is only Shuddha Sattva. There is no Ahankar. Okay? The three mode of nature, that is called this Prakriti or Maya. Beyond this is, when we say transcendental, Divya, Divya means going beyond the three modes of material nature. Now, beyond the three modes of material nature is the spiritual nature, spiritual sky, and there everything is Shuddha Sattva. It's all even beyond goodness. It is transcendental. So there it is true ego. There is no false ego. True ego is that I belong to Krishna, I'm going to serve Krishna. This is true ego. But in order for, like Arjun was not, he said, I am not going to fight. Okay. Or let's say you have to fight, someone is doing something wrong, but you are very, very humble. So you have to invoke anger within you. If you are not angry, and if you, let's say you go to army and the enemy is attacking, and you cannot fold your hands and be humble and speak words that please don't do this, please go away, you are hurting the women and the children and the common civilians. No, you have to invoke anger and you have to fight. So similarly, for this material world to function, that the Shuddha Sattva has to go away and it has to take the shape of Ahankar. Okay? Because if there will be no Ahankar, false conception or false ego, there will be no creation of this material world. This material world was created because we had this false ego that I want to become Krishna, I want to become God. Okay? So that is why the first thing that activates this material world is false ego or Ahankar Tattva. Now, within that Ahankar Tattva, there are further bifurcations. There are further divisions. And this then we will go to understand later, in the later stages, why something is falling under this, why in here and why there. Okay, Mataji?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Sorry, any other question?
Prabhuji, I have one question if there is
Yeah.
no other hand raised.
Yeah, please.
प्रभु जी, अभी आपने जो अहंकार के बारे में बताया, तो टेक्निकली देखा जाए तो अहंकार इज नेसेसरी टू क्रिएट दिस एंटायर सृष्टि, राइट?
Yes.
So as humans, if we have a little bit of ahankar in a good sense, because everything has a positive and a negative side to it. Like if I take, let's not use the word, शायद अहंकार सही नहीं होगा, but if I consider myself as a true devotee of Krishna, would that be a ahankar or what would it come under?
Yeah. So see.
But sometimes and it's necessary also, no? If I have that
Yeah.
ahankar, maybe it motivates me to do more bhakti. So then how is ahankar wrong?
Yeah, coming to that.
Yeah.
This material world is a covering. It's like cabbage, cabbage, patta gobi. So it's like cabbage. When you go to the higher understanding or higher planets or higher realm, one layer will start opening. For instance, we have gravitational pull. That is why we are always grounded on the ground. But the Devi Devtas in the Swargalok, one lok above us, there is no gravitational pull. That means they have crossed one layer. Okay. And if we go even further, so then you can become invisible. You can have different kind of siddhis. So there is one more layer that has opened. Similarly, we are covered with 8 layers. Earth, air, water, fire, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. This false ego, Mataji, is the last layer that is going to open. So coming back to your question, yes, there are 2 egos. One is false ego, that I am so and so, I am the CEO, I am a boss, I am this, I am a father, I am a mother. This is all false ego. And the true ego is I belong to Krishna. I am a soul, I belong to Krishna. So the last stage where we will go back to Krishna Lok is only when this false ego will turn into pure ego, true ego. And before that, we have to transcend layer by layer. Earth layer, air layer, water, fire, ether, mind, intelligence. And then finally, our false ego has to turn to true ego and then we go back.
प्रभु जी, और एक क्वेश्चन है, ये जो ब्रह्मा की जो निर्माण है उसमें जो सेकंड है जहाँ पे पशु पक्षी एंड रेप्टाइल्स एंड उसकी जो बात की गई है, और आपने उस वक्त वो जो कुछ कोडिंग का एक एग्जांपल दिया था समझाने के लिए,
Right.
तो लेकिन जब सृष्टि की निर्माण हो रही थी तो हमको किसी को कोई समझ नहीं थी. Otherwise, even animals would have said we want to become humans because humans are the only person who can evolve themselves, right? Animals को इतनी समझ नहीं होती है ना.
No, I'll tell you. So the question, I'll repeat in English, is that in the beginning, we, according to the question, that we wouldn't have that understanding, else why would someone want to become a dog or a bird or a tree or whatever? So it is based on our swabhav, Mataji, on our nature. Okay? It is based on our nature. Now let's say I have, or some XYZ person has been given this precious human life. And they behave like dogs. Okay? They are torturing women, or let's say they hit their wife, their kids, and they misbehave with everyone. So they are just behaving like animal. You know, there was a movie also, Animal. And they were proud of it, calling themselves animal. So these people will become animal, Mataji. Why? Because they have a certain nature. They know everything. You are intelligent, you are human, you know. Let's say someone, so in the Bhagavad-gītā, Mataji, Krishna says in the 6th verse of the 8th chapter, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavat tijatyante kalevaram tam tamevati kaunteya sada tadbhava bhavita. It means that with whatever in desire in your mind, you quit your body, you will get your next body accordingly. So if in the end of my life, I was thinking, I have to go back to Krishna, I will go back to Krishna. If someone was thinking, I wish I could fly like a bird, you will become a bird. This is the law of nature, Mataji. Okay? So I'm now coming to your question.
Okay.
Initially, don't think that we did not have desires. We always had desires. We were never created, Mataji. Second chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. Na jayate mrite va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita vana bhuya ajo nityam shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. 20th verse of the second chapter. It is clearly stated that we were never created. We were not born. We were always into being. We were always there. Okay? That means we always had desire and we always did karma. Always. There was not a time when we did not do anything. There was not a time where we did not have desires. So while we are in the body of Mahavishnu as well, we were in the body of Mahavishnu and we will go back to the body of Mahavishnu when Lord Brahma will die in his 100 years. Okay? That time also we will have desires. So it's like you are playing a video game, Mataji. Okay? You are playing a video game and then your kids call you or you get an important call from your family back in India. You hit pause.
Okay.
Yeah? You talk to your mother, you talk to your kids, then again you come back, you hit enter and you start playing. So this is exactly what happened with us. There was a pause button. We were inside the body of Mahavishnu. Again the enter button was hit, we started playing. Meaning our desire, whatever state we were in, it resumed from there.
Okay, but now that most of us are in Krishna consciousness, तो हो सकता है ना कि अगर हम थोड़ा जितने भी लाइफ टाइम्स में वो कवर अप हो जाए, कभी ना कभी तो we will not come back because at the time of death we will have the desire to go back to Krishna or whatever it is.
No, it is not.
तो हमारे लिए भी ऐसा ही है क्या कि even Krishna devotees will have to again, जब नई सृष्टि बनेगी, again हम लोग को वापस आना पड़ेगा or something like that?
No. So in the 7th verse of the 15th chapter, Krishna says, Yad gatvana nivartante taddham paramam mama. That one who reaches my abode will never have to come back in this material world.
Okay.
Yeah, but you took it very casually, Mataji. Don't think that while dying, we will go to Krishna. No. You know, you and I, we have been doing this for millions of lifetimes. This is not the first time you and I are sitting and discussing Bhagavad-gītā or chanting our rounds. No. We have done this millions of lifetime. And again, the evidence in Bhagavad-gītā. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanvan mam prapadyate vasudevam sarvamiti sa mahatma sudurdabam. 19th verse of the 7th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā. After millions and millions of lifetimes, those who finally come to the understanding that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead is a very rare soul. That means if you and I are actually on paper accepting that Krishna is God, that means we have been doing this for millions of lifetimes, Mataji. And still we are here. That means while quitting our body, we thought of something else, but not about Krishna.
बट मे बी अभी अगर हमको सही समझ लग गई है और एज वी प्रोग्रेस इन चलो कहीं लाइफ टाइम्स में हम प्रोग्रेस ही करेंगे ना टुवर्ड्स कृष्ण कॉन्शियस, एंड अगर शायद मुझ में वो समझ आ जाए कि मुझे इसी जन्म को आखिरी बनाना है, तो आई कैन फोकस, विथ फोकस आई कैन ट्राई टू अटेम्प्ट दैट, बिकॉज एंड गोल वही है ना कि हमको मरते वक्त कृष्ण याद आना चाहिए.
Okay, you can only focus, Mataji, until your senses are working and you are conscious and you are active. After a certain stage in our life, our senses stop working. We are in a coma state. Anyone who is dying, their senses doesn't work, Mataji. At that time, you are completely at the mercy of Krishna. And Krishna says in Bhagavad-gītā, Ananya chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate. Ananya sarvadharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraj. Now what is going to happen is, at that time when we are in the coma state, when our senses are not working, we cannot see, we cannot eat, we cannot walk, we cannot talk, we cannot hear, Krishna will flip our pages. Okay, was he coming for Mangal Aarti? Was he chanting his rounds? Was he working as his Guru's instructions? Oh no, wait a second. He was going to church on Sundays. Okay, wait, he was doing this, he was doing that, so Krishna will say, I told you specifically in Bhagavad-gītā, Mam ekam sharanam vraj. Going to the church, going to the mosque, going to any temple, going to anywhere and praying to anyone. Indirectly we are praying to Krishna, because Krishna has confirmed that in the 9th chapter of Bhagavad-gītā, that you are indirectly praying to me only. So why not, Baba, you directly pray to Krishna? But who will go back to Golok? Who has unflinching faith towards Krishna, Mataji? That Krishna will take personally back to Godhead, not anyone. Okay? Yeah.
बट चांसेस हो सकता है ना कि जो भी कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में आ गए हैं, और अगर
we are guaranteed to go back.
हाँ, but it will take some it will take a little less time than the other ones, जो जिनको कुछ भी अभी तक कृष्णा कॉन्शियस हुए ही नहीं है. उन आत्माओं के सामने एटलीस्ट हमारा नंबर जल्दी आएगा, एटलीस्ट उतनी गारंटी है.
Anyone who has even chanted once Hare Krishna, taken prasadam of Hare Krishna, and then has seen Lord Jagannath during Rath Yatra, it is guaranteed we are going back to Krishna Lok. But it's just the time that separates us, Mataji.
Okay. अच्छा, अभी आपने जो बोला कि जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा में अगर दर्शन होते हैं तो हमारा गारंटी होता है, बट अभी जगन्नाथ रथ यात्रा ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड होती है, हर कंट्री में. सो इवन अ बाईपासर हु जस्ट सीज इट, इवन इफ ही डजंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इट इज, ही माइट जस्ट नो कि ये इंडियन कुछ तो है, बिकॉज इंडियन का ही ऐसा है. फिर भी उस आत्मा को वो कृष्ण कॉन्शियस के इसके ऊपर आ जाते हैं.
They will get the platform to worship.
Okay.
In the next slide.
ओके, मतलब अगर वो बाईपासर भी है, उसको ना भी समझ हो कि ये जगन्नाथ जी है, कृष्ण स्वरूप है, फिर भी ही वाज जस्ट लकी इनफ कि ही वाज एट दैट टाइम ही वाज पासिंग बाय, इसलिए उसको वो लाइक यू नो व्हाट टू से, उसकी वो किस्मत थी कि ही वाज जस्ट पासिंग बाय एंड ही गॉट दैट, एंड मे बी नॉट इन दिस लाइफ टाइम, बट शायद अगले जन्म में वो कृष्ण कॉन्शियस का बीज बढ़ते जाए एंड ही कम्स इनटू दिस लाइन ऑफ Krishna Bhakti. Okay.
So the seed was sown at that very moment, but it is going to take time to sprout.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay. Any other question?
Prabhuji, if no one has a question, I have one more question.
Yeah, please.
Prabhuji, please go a little bit up.
Okay.
यहाँ पे although it's leveling as 1, 2, 3, 4, but what I understood, please correct me if I'm wrong. Mahatattva, Agyan and Gyan, they are falling on the one level, right?
No, actually, Maya Srishti, Agyan and Gyan or Vidya, they are there. Okay? They are there. Mahat Tattva is the beginning. So Mahat Tattva exactly is not Durga Devi. Mahat Tattva is Mahavishnu. Okay? Because through Mahavishnu, we are all entering this material creation. Okay? Here actually it will be more clear in the Sunday feast program. Because now Lord Shiva comes into the picture. Until now I have not told you about, I have told you before, but here Lord Shiva comes into the picture. That is why Ahankar Tattva. He is the presiding deity of Ahankar, of mode of ignorance, of ego. Okay? So when he comes, it becomes more interesting.
Okay. And Prabhuji, if you go a little bit right, that Brahma, like all these things means if they're like anything, this will happen hand in hand. Like first, then it will means any sequence they follow, or like how the operation happens here, Prabhuji.
That Lord Brahma would know, Mataji. We can read. It's actually mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is very clearly mentioned that the first Sanakadi rishis, they were born. Okay. Then there were 10 rishis. Narad Muni was one of them. He was born. Then there were different rishis. Then Rudra, he was born. Then the Dharma was born. Then Adharma was born. And then the reptiles were born. Then this. So it is all given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, is that the exact sequence? For the first creation, that might be, but after that, it depends on Lord Brahma and his permutation and combination.
Okay. But why I'm asking, see, if you'll see here, Manushya is this side, but before that, if like all the three means like mode of goodness, these things are getting created, then how we can relate human to these things?
Can you repeat, Mataji?
Prabhuji, if you'll go this little bit right, here it's like first is
left.
Right, Prabhuji.
Oh, sorry. Here.
Here, Vairagya, this is Vairagya, right?
Where Vairagya?
क्या लिखा है इसमें मुझे दिख नहीं रहा है.
Oh, Vairaj Srishti, Brahma ji ki Srishti, Lord Brahma Srishti.
Yeah. Human is falling under this category, right?
Yes.
So then how we can relate this thing to this, like Rajasic Ahankar, Sattvic Ahankar and Tamasic Ahankar?
No, Mataji. No. You are not getting it again. Okay. You are made of 26 elements. Okay? You are made of 26 elements. 20 elements within you are tamasic and rajasic ahankar. So you have shabd, you speak, isn't it? You can touch, you have a form, you have a fluid inside your body, that is ras, and you have certain fragrance, okay? Now inside your body there is space, sky. That is why you can speak, because of the space. Because of the space, your heart, your lungs, your liver, everything is functioning. You have oxygen inside your body, vayu, right?
Okay, Prabhuji, I understood.
Now you understood? Yes, so this is you, this is all of us, this is us actually. This is how we are created.
Thank you.
Okay? Yeah. Any other question?
I want to ask a question, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, please. Go ahead.
Some time ago, I read in Prabhupada's book, Prabhupada mentioned that those who are murderers and thieves and this, they're born in this age as dogs and cats.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be born as dogs and cats. Those in the previous age, they were thieves, they were murderers, they were this, they were that, and that's why they're born as dogs and cats. Is it because dogs and cats are close to human and that they're given a second chance?
No, Prabhu. So actually, it's a chain, complete chain. Once you fall into the category of animal kingdom, you have to go through all the different kinds of them. Only someone who comes up to the platform of becoming a cow or a tiger, then their next birth would be a human birth. Okay? Other than that, if unfortunately, never pray that anyone goes to that yoni. If somehow someone goes, then they will have to go through the complete chain, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay? Even if someone has to become an animal, become in any dham. Vrindavan dham, Barsana dham, Mayapur dham, Ayodhya dham, Kailash dham. Yeah.
But he specifically mentioned about those who are murderers and thieves will become dogs or cats.
Yeah. They will not become humans again, Prabhuji. Then they will have to go through the complete chain.
Yeah, there's a normal chain of, they'll have to follow the chain.
Because, and the reason is that the karma factor does not work when you become a cat or a dog. Yes. You cannot expect a dog to behave and do good karma or a cat to do good karma. No, they have no consciousness of good or bad karma. They will just eat meat. They will do whatever they desire to do, right? They are trained to do.
Yeah.
That's why the complete chain.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
प्रभु जी, लेकिन अभी अगर आप ये मतलब मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि अभी सपोज वृंदावन में 7 दिन की भगवत कथा हो रही है या एनी प्लेस इन इंडिया, देयर आर ऑलवेज गाय तो चुपचाप बैठते ही है, एंड यू रेफर टू काउ कि वंस अ जीव रीचेस टू द स्टेज ऑफ काउ, नेक्स्ट वुड बी ह्यूमन. बट कई बार ऐसा होता है कुत्ते, बर्ड्स चुपचाप आते हैं, 3-4 घंटा कथा सुनते हैं, चुपचाप निकलते हैं विदाउट एनी डिस्टर्बिंग एनी ह्यूमन. तो उनके कुछ तो सत्कर्म होंगे ना कि उनको भगवत सुनने का मन होता है, गीता सुनने का मन होता है. तो डज दैट स्पीड अप देयर जर्नी ऑफ कवरिंग द एनिमल लाइफ फास्टर?
कुछ तो होगा ना. What you are speaking is the kripa factor. There are 2 factors, Mataji. Okay, one is karma, and one is kripa, mercy.
Okay.
When the mercy factor comes in, the karma factor diminishes. Okay. Like I told this story, I told this story personally. So there was a couple, who wanted a child. So they worshipped Lord Vishnu, and then Narad Muni appeared on the way. So Narad Muni said, please ask what you have to ask. So they said, can you please ask Lord Vishnu if we could have a child? So he goes to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu says, no, unfortunately in their prarabdha, in their destiny, they cannot have a child, tell them. So he's very sorry, he says you cannot have a child. Then the couple, they go to Kumbh Mela once. And then there was a sage, and he was very, very hungry that time. So he said, whoever gives me 1 roti, I will just fulfill any of their desire. So they had 7 rotis, 7 breads with them. So they said, Babaji, any desire? He said, any desire. So they said, we want a child. So he asked, how many rotis you have, my child? They said, we have 7. He said, you will have 7 child. And then after 7 years, Narad Muni comes again, and he sees that they are playing with their 7 children. Now he becomes very embarrassed, and he rushes towards Lord Vishnu. And he says, Lord Vishnu, what have you done? You made me lie. You said they wouldn't be having kids. Lord Vishnu says, of course they were not supposed to have kids. What happened? So then Lord Vishnu goes into trance. I mean, this is just a Leela. Of course he knows everything. So the moral is, then he says to Narad Muni, you see, they were not supposed to have kids. But because they fed that pure soul of Vaishnava, they had 7 instead of 0. So when the kripa factor, the mercy factor kicks in, the karma factor, by their karma it was supposed to be 0 kids. By kripa they got 7 kids. So yeah, you are right.
एंड प्रभु जी, आप इस संडे को यही टॉपिक कवर करेंगे तो थोड़ा टाइम मुझे लगता है एक्स्ट्रा, क्योंकि 1 hour विल भी बहुत कम. अपना यूजुअली शाम को 1 hour रहता है ना, ये डिस्कशन तो थोड़ा लंबा जाएगा ही.
This Sunday will be about Lord Shiva actually.
Acha, okay, so it's not this topic you're covering.
It will actually, because Lord Shiva is part of, he is the main person of this universe actually. He's our father. So of course this topic will come up, but I'll just give us because the people who come to Sunday feast are just coming, they are not regularly coming. Yeah. So if I go directly so much technical, they will run away. So there will be just a glimpse of this, but of course I will explain where Lord Shiva fits in, and why we have, what is our relationship with Lord Shiva actually. Okay, so all these things. Okay. So any other question? Do we have enough time now? Let me check. It's 8:41. I think we are over time, is it? Okay, what about others? So did we all understand everything, or we didn't understand anything? It's a bit too quick. Oh, sorry, Anuradha Mataji. I just saw because I was sharing my screen.
Yeah, sorry, Prabhu. I did not, it was too quick. I did not understand. You mean like when Lord, when Vishnu creates a human being. So, well, I just could not get it at all. They were in a queue, and then you mentioned that he's going to be cat, he's going to be dog. Can you just repeat that for me, please?
Okay, so we were already born. We don't have a birth date, Mataji, okay? All of us, we were always existing, okay? We were now either in the spiritual world, or there are many transcendentalists who say we were never in the spiritual world. But regardless, let's not get into that thing. We were inside the body of Mahavishnu from the very beginning. Anyone who is sitting on this call, who is in this material world, we were in the body of Mahavishnu initially. We were resting inside his body in a state called Sushupta Sthiti. Sushupta means very, very deep sleep. Okay. Now, we all had desire to become like Krishna. So the topmost person in this material universe is Lord Brahma, as good as Krishna. So many sadhus or sages say that we all initially became Lord Brahma. All of us became Lord Brahma because that is the topmost that we could have become in this material world. But now what we have discussed today is actually how we entered this material world. So we entered this material world through the eyes of Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu glanced at Prakriti, and just by his glance, Mother Prakriti, she became pregnant with all of us. Okay? We entered her womb. And then in the womb, we know it takes 9 months for a baby to be born. So if we read the Sankhya philosophy in the 3rd canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Kapil Dev, he has explained that in the 1st month, the head is formed. I'm not sure, but I'm just saying that then the hands are formed, then the fingers, then the senses are developed, then the nose is formed, then the eyes are formed, then the hair comes on the body. So like whatever the sequence would be, so he's explained. So similarly, what's happening is when Mother Durga is pregnant with all of us, then she is assembling all these things. Earth, air, water, fire, ether, everything is being made ready in one place. And then Lord Brahma, he is meditating on Lord Vishnu. From the first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, Mataji, we know that Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Janmadasya Yatonvayati Taratas, Chartheshvabhigya Swarat, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavaye, Moyanti Yat Suraya. So Lord Brahma, he got this knowledge from Lord Krishna. And he started meditating for thousands of years. And then after thousands of years, Lord Vishnu comes. He congratulates Lord Brahma. He says, now you are equipped with all the knowledge. Lord Brahma says, how do I serve you? Lord Vishnu says, you have to do the secondary creation now. You have to take all the ingredients and you have to start making plants, trees, animals, humans, demigods, demons and everything. So Lord Brahma then he takes up all the ingredients and based on the desires of each soul, he then gives them a shape. Is that clear, Mataji?
Yes, that's okay. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I understand now. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Very good. Okay.
Yeah. One question, please.
Yes, Prabhu.
Where does Yamaraj come into the picture here?
Okay. So Yamaraj Prabhu is also one of the Devatas.
Yes.
Dharmaraj. Okay. Yes. So Dharma comes from the body of Lord Brahma. Yes. Okay. So Yamaraj is also born from Lord Brahma.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes. Any other question? Okay. So thank you everyone for joining. I would request everyone to come to the Sunday Feast program so that you can have more clarity. I wish someone has used permanent marker on the whiteboard in the temple. If we can fix it, I will use the whiteboard to explain everything. It will be very easier and interesting. If not, then I'll just verbally speak and then it should be more clearer than it is today because I have taken this topic for the 5th time I'm assuming now and still there are questions so I can understand. This is not very easy topic. It's very difficult, but this is how we all came to this. material world, and it gets more and more and more deep. Actually, this is just the first phase, what we have discussed now. It gets more and more complicated, but yeah, we are still here and we'll go back to Krishna. This is all that matters. Okay, so vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai. Thanks everyone for joining. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.